Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Claire Lengro, clairvoyant, astrologer, tarot card reader, mum, and plenty more. I'm also the editor of Lengro magazine. I'm here to do readings tonight, guys, and I'm also here to introduce you to more of the Lengro team. If you don't know what Lengro is, where have you been hiding? Lengro is the fab new magazine that's available at clairepetulengro.tv. We made it come out on a Wednesday, as Wednesday is known as hump day. You know, the trouble getting halfway through the week. And it works. Our saying at Lengro is that Wednesday is the new Saturday. Hello, Bernadette Taylor. See, look, the rumours weren't true about me having rum in my tea. I've still made it. I'm here. And trust me, if I'd have had rum in my tea earlier, I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't be here tonight at all. So let's get on then. Shall I promo the show and tell you what's ahead? We've got some chakra guidance and readings coming up from the lovely Laura Ann Renwick, who of course is our cover girl today on the front of Lengro magazine. And she's also the designer of my new tarot cards, which we'll be talking about a bit later. We've also got the amazing Amanda Waring, guys, and she's talking to an environmentalist called Nicola Peel, who's got plenty more information to continue where we left last week. We've also got the woman who wears so many hats, she doesn't know what to do with them, Gemma from Winging It, Singing It, and she's going to be talking about staycations. We've also got some news on elderberry syrup. You want to know what it is and how good it is for you, then join me with the lovely Jan Bray later on. There's Dawn Rose. Dawn Rose was on my star wall earlier. She had a birthday, so please all send her some love and all wish her lots of happiness. So there is Patsy, my friend. There's Gemma. Gemma is, of course, one of the best friends of Laura, who dressed up as Patsy on Laura's birthday. What a night that was. But you don't want me just to chat away, do you guys? You want to know about some readings. So can I have some crystal balls, please? But I would like your star sign as well. Why don't I tell you what's been going on in the stars? Let's start with what happens tomorrow, guys. And don't forget that you can read your daily forecast for free right here on Facebook. So don't miss it. And if you want to know where to find it amongst the many posts that we do, then just look for midnight, because at 5 past midnight, the horoscopes go up. I've had lots of messages that a lot of you guys, you're looking for it at midnight. And the reason I post at 5 past midnight is if you're still up and you're waiting for your horoscopes, I want you to use that time from 12 till 5 minutes past to think about what you would change. We're talking about reflection in this week's magazine and also right here tonight as well. Thank you very much, Sonia Lewis. Let's have a look. Maria Law, are you born on the cusp? Were you asking about having your star sign looked up? Because if you don't know what star sign you are, guys, then I will grab my iPad and put you out of your misery. If Claire Petulengro could find her iPad, which is right next to her, look, with a bit of a torn one, a Claire Petulengro logo sticker. Thank you very much, Julia Knight. I love you. Let's have a look. Everybody's wishing. That's it. Let's have a look. Everybody is wishing for Dawn Rose to have a lovely, lovely birthday. Let's pick somebody. Who shall we pick? Let's have a look. I'm doing that resting face again, aren't I? Let's just pick somebody. Let's have a look. Okay, let's pick Sonia Lewis. Sonia Lewis, I'm going to pick one card for you tonight to get the ball rolling and get lots of readings out there to give you some advice. And I'll be doing a 7 o'clock cozy live for readings tomorrow. What do we see for you at the moment, Sonia? You're feeling a bit betrayed by others, a bit lied to. What we see with the 5 of Wands is someone has been very, very creative with their words. Do you believe them or do you stick up for yourself? It's going to cause a storm, but stick up for yourself, especially this weekend, please. Let's have a look. Do remember to tell all your friends. I won't say the words. And if you wonder where our music has gone, Facebook won't stream to as many people if we play music. As you can tell, my voice has been doing pre-record phone lines. I ain't singing tonight, guys, and you wouldn't like it if I did anyway. So we have Christy Svoboda. What a lovely name. I like the wave as well. Hello. I'm keeping an eye on the time. I'm very busy. I have lots of people backstage that want to meet you, that want to help you, that want to brighten your life. Let's just stop for a moment because I've got a very important message for you all before I turn a card for Christy. So tomorrow we have a new moon, and it's a new moon in Virgo. Virgo is a sign of practicality, isn't it, guys? And so this new moons they're great. This particular one is trine to Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. It's a time of working things out. So we actually can go forward, and those things that were tangled become the ever practical Virgo of doing things. It's a time of manifestation. Bernadette Taylor's struggling. She can't find her crystal balls. Keep looking, love. They'll be somewhere. I've got someone here, look. The new moon also brings with it as well. We've got, let's have a look. We've got 6. Yes, we have. We've got 6 of 10 planets in earth signs. So that means we'll be feeling far more grounded, and it's a good time from tomorrow to go forward with confidence. But it's about securing that we've got rather than breaking things down, working on the good things. I want this card for you, Christy. I really do. Hey, Nicola McEwen. Okay. The Hierophant is a really interesting card, and I don't know if I've got it down here. I'm going to use my cards. Look, I've picked this Hierophant card, but if I can, I'm going to find my Hierophant card of my cards. Oh, no, I haven't got a finished version. Oh, bugger. Okay, that's fine. Okay, but listen, the Hierophant card, and let me even read my my meanings for you. Stay with me, guys. You're not on my page for for order, are you? You're on it for me being me, and there's no one else I can be. Okay, so basically it means that you're dealing with somebody who won't change their mind. They're a little bit closed-minded because they're linked to their own ideas. This card also relates to ritualism, religion, and so somebody is stuck in ways which is making it difficult for you to grow. So sometimes you have to pay respect to others, but go forward, Christy, with what you know it's your right to do. And that's what keeps coming to my mind. Again, I want to feel the blue crystal for you, because the crystal ball is telling me that you need healing for yourself, as in being kind to yourself. I had some healing at the weekend, and you'll find out more about that as well a little bit later. I love seeing all of these crystal balls. Let's just pick somebody. Let's have a look. So, okay, let's take this as a subject as well. Let me have a slurp of my tea. Okay, just looking at the time there. So, Maria Law, I need you to comment immediately with your place of birth, please. So here's the deal, guys. When you are born on the cusp, it means you're born on the crossover date. So if you're born on or around the 20th, then you'll find that you're not particularly sure what your star sign is. So sometimes what you guys do is you end up, just editing this one so I can use this for this, you end up reading both of your horoscopes, and that really is no good, is it? So Maria Law, I don't want her not knowing what she is. Let's I just want you to comment, please, Maria Law. Come on, Maria Law, tell me where you were born. So let's go female. You're the 21st of August. Let's have a look. I hope you put the year there. No, you didn't. I need the year and I need your place of birth. Let's do this for you, Maria. Okay, so I need to get that up there. Let's have a look. This is like a really big moment for me. Grab a tissue. You're about to find out what your sun sign is. I just need to spell where you were born. So bear with me. My father always said that I had chip shop fingers. You've got to allow Maria some time, guys, because can you imagine? Look at Maria. She's basically gone around all her life not knowing what star sign she is. There we go. We've got that. We're going to put Scotland in that, and we're going to put your time in. This is wonderful. I feel like I'm giving birth or something. Let's have a look. Well, I don't actually technically feel like I'm giving birth. That wouldn't really be a good live, would it, guys? But you never know. You wouldn't know with me, would you? What I'd get up to next. 5:25 p.m. Shut up, Claire. Just do some readings. 5. They do say that the first sign of madness is talking to oneself. Are you ready, Maria, for the big reveal? You are, my darling, a Leo. 100%. Congratulations. And because Mitch Jenkins was going to give something away on today's show, and I think us ladies played up too much, let me, on behalf of Mitch Jenkins, Maria Law, give you a scroll worth $34.99 for your star sign to read more about being a Leo and only being a Leo. Hope you're recording this because your moon is in Libra, your ascendant is Sagittarius, and you have Jupiter in your 9th house, Saturn in your 2nd, Venus in your 7th, Sun in your 8th house, moon in the 9th. What that means is that you will always want to do what you need to do, but you give in to the emotional needs of others. Oh dear, Maria, got to get you tougher, haven't we? And I think the time is about coming up now. I want to know how to have a staycation. Lee Lengro called me just before the show, and he said to me that they've gone into lockdown where he lives in Wales. So wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, guys, and please look after yourself as well. So Virgo, the new moon in Virgo for all of you, it represents a harvest. That's what Virgo represents, and it's working through the things that are important. So that hard work that we don't want to put into life will now seem like the most natural thing. I'm telling you all now, enjoy tonight. Enjoy right now, because you're going to all wake up tomorrow feeling that pull. Oh, you'll even be going through your bills, collating them. You might even be as anal as me and put them in a folder in plastic packets. But we're going to get organized, and that Virgo influence is really strong. So what I wanted to say as well, it's going to be affecting the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorns. Also the trine harmonious aspect brings Pisces in, which is linked with Neptune. So Pisceans again will feel the same pull actually as Virgos. So if you're a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Pisces, this new moon is for you to do the impossible. Even if you're not those signs, it is still a time where you can get the things done, money situations, everything like that. So the new moon is the sun and the moon coming together. And what you've got is the moon is yin and the sun is yang. And I will take a look, maybe next week, I will take a look at yin and yang zodiac signs. Maybe we can do some things there. Look, Guildford, I will get to you, but we've got things to do, guys. You are very welcome, Maria. You're a Leo through and through with a Libran ascendant. Let's have a look. Hello, you from New Zealand. How are you? Don't forget to spread the word. Right. Can I try and do my presenters bit now? I used to love it. Did you see Honey? If you're in my club, and you can join my private members club where all the Lengro team hang out. Yes, Karen Doody, this new moon is brilliant news. So in my private members club, all of the Lengro team hang out there. Let me be presenter now, because we have got our cover girl backstage, and I'm going to zip off. Actually, let's bring her on first of all. Let's have a look. Where are we? Good evening, Miss Laura Ann Renwick. How are you?
I'm good. I've just realised that my outfit matches my curtains. I'm all striped tonight.
But do you know what? We can ask Amanda about this later, actually. I am in love with the stories of Vivian Lee. And Vivian Lee in Gone with the Wind, you know, she made the most fabulous dresses, or her character did, out of curtains, didn't she? So look at me. I've actually tried to do the matching headband as well. So I am going to come back and I am going to interview you. But ladies and gentlemen, I will try and bring up the comments as I hear them from Laura. I would like to introduce you to a spot of chakra guidance with Laura Ann Renwick, which is also in on her page in the magazine. But for now, I'm going to hand over, as that's what my team can do. See you in a bit. Oh, that's me.
Oh, whoops. Right, so I'm back. So this week's chakra guidance is all about the heart chakra. Okay, and generally with the heart chakra, oh, hi Gemma, hello. So with the heart chakra, your first instinct is obviously love. However, in this instance, we're talking more about loving yourself. Okay, so for many of you, especially myself, things have been a bit 100 miles an hour at the minute, and it's kind of getting to that point where we do need to slow down. We do need to bring in that element of self-care. Hi Jackie, hello. Oh, Dawn, Pat, oh bless you all. Hello, hi everyone. So with this element of self-care with the heart chakra, so this week you may find the topic of forgiveness is going to crop up. But what I will say is that doesn't necessarily mean that you do need to forgive someone or that they need to forgive you. What I will say in that aspect is that before we offer or accept forgiveness from others, it's absolutely important this week to first think, can you forgive yourself? Now, I don't mean that you've done something wrong, or perhaps you have, but it's more about, can you forgive how you've treated yourself lately? Have you been looking out for you? How has your self-care been? And with this, it's all about nourishment this week with the heart chakra, kind of looking to yourself and making sure that as much as you give love to other people, that you're also accepting it as well, and that you are nourishing yourself, you are giving yourself that emotional sort of healing, that emotional input that you need. Because obviously us as humans, we need to feel good about ourselves. We need to feel loved. And if it's very much one-sided and you're giving a lot of yourself to other people, then the balance is a bit upset. But with that as well as forgiveness, it's all about compassion as well. So you may find this week you are quite drawn in that you need to be compassionate or show compassion for someone else, which is great if you want to do that. But what I will say is make sure that you don't give so much of yourself to other people that you lose your own way, or that you give too much that you haven't got time for you. So this week, all about the heart chakra, honouring yourself and just making sure that you're getting what you need and kind of respecting your personal boundaries and not giving too much to other people. So let's have a look. Carmen, you've forgiven yours to set myself free. Oh, bless you. So absolutely, Dawn, so true, absolutely. So it's all about making sure that we love ourselves and that we recognise that we do need love. It can't all be one-sided all the time. So with the crystal guidance tying with the chakras, my top 3 crystals for the heart chakra, of course, number 1 has got to be rose quartz. Rose quartz, all about love and just bringing in all that love energy. Also, green aventurine and prehnite as well. Okay, so the green aventurine and prehnite are both green, which is the same colour as the heart chakra. But rose quartz is the crystal of love. So I'm absolutely going to recommend that one. So anyone that would like their own individual chakra guidance reading, just before, I've got 5 more minutes before Claire comes back on. So that reading that I've just given, the chakra guidance, that's all kind of a general for the week ahead for anyone that's watching that needs a little bit of guidance. But if you would like some chakra guidance for yourself that's more individual, then feel free to pop a comment on. I've got my cards to do some chakra guidance. I've just found, so Sonia Lewis, you want to find love. Okay, so Sonia, let's see what's in the cards for you. So these are tarot cards, but rather than using them for a tarot reading, I'm looking at them for the chakra guidance. So Sonia, let's see what we can find for you here. Okay, one's just fallen out. Let's see what that one is. Okay, Sonia, so you've got the star there, but without me looking at the star, I'm looking at the colours that are related to your chakras. So for you here, Sonia, you've got the third eye and you've got the crown chakra. So what I want to say to you is all about your higher connection and kind of believing in yourself, trusting your intuition. Okay, so with this kind of finding love and also looking at the star card there as well, what I feel for you is that you put yourself down a lot, Sonia. I really feel like you look at people and you kind of think, oh, I'm not good enough for them. And that is not true at all. So with this one, it's trusting in your instinct, trusting your intuition, and you might likely find that there's someone about that you've maybe had a little inkling of, but you're telling yourself it's not right. However, I would maybe just rethink and kind of go with the flow a little bit, trust your instinct and just run with it. With the crown chakra, it's all about serenity and grace and beauty, and it's telling you are more beautiful, Sonia, than you realise. And again, with the advice, the guidance that I've given, you need to realize how amazing you are and put yourself out there to find love. And you don't need to knock yourself down, okay? So put yourself out there, find your confidence, and just remember how amazing, how incredible, and how beautiful you are. Let's see, who else have we got? Laura McGovern would love a card. Will you get a promotion? Oh, so because I'm doing the chakra guidance, so that's more okay. So chakra guidance is very different to tarot guidance, although I do the both. But chakra guidance is more of like an energetic of how you can draw things in. But let's have a look and see what we can pull for you, Laura, and see if we can get anything. Okay, so you've got the Three of Pentacles here. What I feel for you is with the promotion and tying in the chakra guidance, you need to be in a position where you're doing something that you love. Otherwise, what you're doing within your work just becomes habit, it just becomes run of the mill day to day. So I feel like if you genuinely love what you do, there is a promotion in it for you. However, if you're not feeling it, if it doesn't really sing to your heart, then I would perhaps look for other routes of either making money. I don't think it's about making money for you. I think it's about enjoying what you do, really connecting in. So if you haven't got that connection, I'd maybe look. I see over the next 3 months for you, Laura, that something within your work life, within your career, is going to change. Okay, so that's your chakra guidance, my lovely. So let's have a look. Oh, lots of comments coming up. So I've got a couple more minutes, so let's see who else I can pull. Tina Hancock, so let's pull for you, my love. Okay. Right, so I've got the Six of Swords for you. And as you can see there, Tina, there is a rainbow. So in this instance of chakra guidance, I don't want to hone in on one chakra. I want to go for all of them. And I feel like over the past 6 months, things have been a bit out of line for you. And you could really do with some realignment and just to kind of feel togetherness. I feel like for you, family is a core thing, but perhaps there's been an imbalance or things have just been a bit much. But within that family unit there, I feel like once things are aligned there, then everything else will begin to fall into place. I also feel like there's some new opportunity there for you within the kind of family life and home life and whatnot. But I think for you, it's about stopping and enjoying the moment, and rather than having 101 things to do all at once, just slow down and just enjoy those moments in between, and that will help you just kind of balance. So rather than one chakra, I feel like all of them, you just need to kind of find your center, come to a place where you feel most happy, and things will just fall into place for you. So I think I've got one more minute, so let's do one more. Okay, Jan Oaks, let's pull for you the last one before Claire comes back on. Okay, this is going to be a speedy one. So Jan, you've got the Nine of Swords. In this one, you've got 2 chakras. Okay, so I'm seeing here you've got the heart chakra and you've got the throat chakra. I feel like for you, communication and trust, but I feel like for some reason you're holding back on something that you truly love or that you feel really passionate about. But you don't need to hide behind any walls. You don't need to keep quiet as such. If there's something that you love and that you feel passionate about, go and do it. Don't be afraid of what other people may think or what they may say. But I do feel like you're warming towards it. Okay, you're on the right path. But I think it's just a case of embracing what you love, embracing what you do, and just setting a boundary that you're in your own little protective bubble. That if anyone does want to say or do anything negative, that's not going to faze you, because this is where you're meant to be. You're doing what you love, okay? So if there's anything that you've just started to do, or if it's in your mind that you want to do it, go on ahead, you do it, and do what lights you up and what absolutely fills your soul, what fills your heart, okay? And I feel like you've got the 9 on here. I feel like this month something's going to drop into place if it hasn't already. Okie dokie. So that's me, and what I will say is I cannot wait to have Amanda on later. I'm so excited for that. And Amanda and I have been doing lots and lots of chatting, and you'll see exciting things coming. But in the meantime, I would love to welcome Claire back, and she's going to talk about elderberry syrup. Is it elderberry syrup? Claire, come back and tell me.
That was amazing advice, and definitely well received from everybody. Absolutely amazing, guys. So here's what I think. I think that I would like to give one of you a reading before we go to our next guest. But I've got some asks of you. I'm going to have a little interview with Laura now and ask her a few questions. But in the meantime, backstage, we have my sister from another mister, Jem. And Gemma's going to be talking tonight about staycations. So she's watching backstage now. Tell us or tell Gemma what your staycation plans are or what you're planning for them to be, your ideas, or what advice you want on having that staycation, especially with Wales just going into lockdown as well. And also, can I please have your questions as well for Amanda Waring? And I'm very honoured as well, who is new to Lengro, so let's give her a warm welcome in a bit. Nicola Peel, who's going to finish off the topic of the environment. And I'm sure that Amanda will have plenty more to talk about as well. So all of that, you need to put that down there. And I can see somebody there that I need to talk to actually as well. But in the meantime, I'm going to start with a question that you probably don't expect from me, Laura, if that's okay. Is that all right?
Go for it. Surprise me.
Okay. So I'm a little bit older and more seasoned than you. Think of me as more the sort of the chip that's been around, battered a bit more. And I don't know how I've learned to juggle what I do. And when you came down at the weekend, and since I've got to know you, I mean, you juggle maybe even more than I do. And I just wanted to ask you a question. How do you juggle your life? And can you tell everybody, what your day or your week consists of, so they really get an idea of what happens to you?
Okay. So I'm going to start by telling everyone that I'm a Virgo. I like things to be ordered, and I love a list. Love a list. You'll see behind me, I don't know if you can, where is it? This thing here is full of notebooks, full of my little notes. Some of them are empty, some of them are full. But I love a notebook, I love a list. I love to be organised. I've also over there, I've got a whiteboard with my to-do list. I've got a Google calendar, and I've also got a wall calendar as well. So I love the illusion of being organised, but in complete honesty, I think a lot of it, I kind of wing it. I squeeze bits in here and there, as long as I know what I absolutely have to do. As long as I know what I've got to do, I can squeeze the rest in. But I like lists. Lists are my go-to. But my general sort of day would be obviously wake up, if it's a school day, get the kids ready, get them off to school. I'll come back. Before I do anything, I'll have a coffee. Absolutely need a coffee to get me through the day. And then I'll come in. So this is my office, studio, workroom. I'll come in here, do what I need to do. I'll either be on the computer typing, I'll be doing readings, I'll be painting, and then I'll be in here kind of hiding out probably till about lunchtime. I'll resurface for a snack.
Wow, yeah.
Then I'll get back to work and then go pick the kids up, and then that's me.
Oh my goodness, but that's not just you, because I know that you work late into the night as well. I've been a bit haggard today, guys, because I had to get up at 5 o'clock for a 5:30 client, but I have had a restful afternoon. So do you love everything that you do?
I do, yeah. I've learned, it's taken me a while to get to where I am, but I've learned to, from a business coach that I have, she's kind of taught me a lot of scheduling tips, and it's kind of, if you don't love it, don't do it. Obviously, the done.
But that's what we're talking about in this week's magazine, about reflection. And I know that we're going to bring Amanda on later for you to talk about reflection. So guys, we're talking about reflection as well. Please do tell us, what do you reflect on about the past? And is it in a good or is it in a bad way? We want to help you to move forward. I had some amazing healing from you on Sunday when you came down. For those that have never had a healing before, and right across the board to those that do have it, what are your views on a healing? What got you into it, and what do you think it achieves?
I think so. My views on it, I think some people say, do you have to believe in it for it to work? And no, I don't think you do. If anything, I like to have a non-believer. Not because I like to prove them wrong, but I just like to kind of show them what's what. But I think my take on it is that, obviously from me doing your healing, it's not necessarily a physical process. Apart from obviously if I need to realign your feet and your shoulders, there's no touching going on really. It's all energy work. Yeah. And whether you believe in that energy or not, it's still there. So I know a lot of people say to me, it's all kind of mumbo jumbo, but we are energetic, magnetic beings. And it's all about that energy, and it's all about using the points within the body, because the chakras are just wheels of energy. That's all they are.
Totally. I mean, 100%. And the other side to you, of course, is your intuitive art. Where are you going on your journey with your intuitive art? You talk about, we talk, don't we, about Karen Doody says, good advice. If you don't like it, don't do it. Love what do.
Yeah,
So where are you
definitely.
taking your art next?
So mine. So when I first started off, I used to do like spirit drawings and kind of draw what I was channeling, and then obviously with the cards, and you'll know that me and the hand, Rich, we kind of channel and draw the same thing. But with my kind of my own personal art journey, I do like soul art, which is like healing art, and it's very much tuned in to you and your soul. So what I've been doing, I've got some bits here. So the lovely Leslie Anthony has been sending me some crystals. I've got tiny little crystal chips in their little baggies, and
Beautiful.
I bought myself this new wonderful pestle and mortar, which is
Love.
really, really heavy. So I'm surprised I've lifted that. So what I have been doing is I've been grinding them up to
Yep.
use in my paintings. So each soul art painting is going to have like that crystal energy to it. And I've bought these really cute little jam jars. And today my labels came, so I can label them too.
Love that.
That's some crushed up chameleon.
That's like me today, guys. I've been bottling oils and I've been doing moon blood orange and ordering with Nino as well today, which was absolutely amazing. Now, looking at the time, I am going to move us over, but I'm going to do a quick reading. We might even double back if you like. Please let us know if you want a reading. Please comment as well. And please let us know what you think of the environment. You might have some questions for the amazing lady that's joining the lovely Amanda. So, Linda Palmer, I'm going to come to you, my darling. Had the worst day ever and can't see my way forward. Well, let me tell you, Linda, that tomorrow's new moon, it's called a harvest moon because Virgo represents the harvest. It's really going to help you. We've also got, let's have a little look. I'll tell you something that's really interesting for you all as well. Let me just turn over these cards that I've got for the lovely Linda. Okay, so this is really interesting. So the new moon is in Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and that's the planet of the mind, but it also rules Gemini and Virgo. So that means if in Gemini air sign, it expresses like your verbal thing, but where it is tomorrow, it works through our body. And what does Virgo rule? The gut. How are all your stomachs today? Because let me tell you, from tomorrow, what your gut tells you to do it. If you don't, more for you. Okay, here's what we know about you, Linda. You have overcome so many obstacles, so much adversity, and so many problems in your life. You put up with delays, there's been calamities, but at the end of the day, you have always pulled through. Now, this card says ill health, but it doesn't say whether it's your ill health or somebody close to you. You need to do, again, the practical thinking with any health problems and make sure that you're doing as much as can be done and contacting those that can help. If you see any health issues through on a practical measure, you can then disassociate yourself from tomorrow in that true Virgo way that will affect you. What we see at the moment is not knowing where you're going, but also feeling there's a traitor in your midst. This traitor in your midst, you are not completely blind to. This is somebody who's blindsided you before. So you won't feel happy with yourself, Linda, until you honor yourself by having the correct reaction. You've got more friends than you think, but at the moment you're being cruel and selfish to yourself because you're not a sad person. You don't want to feel like this, but sometimes you have to do something that might upset a lot of people for you to be happy. And then in time to come, you'll realize everyone will be ecstatically happy because you are. Does that make sense? Anything to add, my friend?
Well, you might have seen me smirking then, and I wasn't being rude, but when you mentioned ill health, so that was exactly what was in my mind. So I've pulled the Empress and I've pulled the King of Cups. So what I can see here is that absolutely agree with you on health. I feel it's very much related to feminine health, to like ladies' health and that side of things. But
Yeah.
what I will say on this card, I feel like she's not felt herself since about kind of April, May time. And you need to bring back that feminine aspect. However, looking here, I feel like you've got all this opportunity going on, but you're looking in the wrong direction. And I want to say to you, like, you can't see the wood for the trees. You've got so much going on there, but I feel like one thing has almost dented your confidence, and you need to look outside of the box and see all the amazing things that are there for you.
I love that. I'm just going to quickly, we've got so much to go on to, but I was just going to say to you, my darling, that this is really funny, Linda. In the Claire Lengro Romany Gypsy Tarot cards, this is the card that we drew for you, and look who is on it. Can you see those legs? That is Eva Petra Lengro. There you go. Take that as a message to do what my mother would do and kick some ass. Right, I'm actually going to take myself completely off and Laura off now and bring on the amazing Amanda Waring, who's going to be interviewing Nicola Peel. So say goodbye for now, the lovely Laura, and where can everyone see your cover story?
Oh, if you go to clairepetralengro.tv and find Lengro magazine, you'll see me on there. I've had a fantastic write-up from Em.
It was an amazing one. Right, we'll see you soon. Bye for now. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to have to... Hello.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Love this woman, guys. Love this woman. I'm going to let you say hello while I take myself off. And you're going to let me know. I think you've got about 8 minutes because we need to bring Jem on. So whether you can time 8 minutes or whether I just barge in, I'm going to remove myself without hesitation and let you introduce the lady I'm bringing on now.
As long as you know how to bring Nicola on and do the tech for me, that's fine. So yes, I'm really, really excited because we've got a special guest today, Nicola Peel, who is an amazing force of nature environmentalist. She does extraordinary education programs. She speaks from her heart, and I just want to bring her on. So Claire, when you're ready, let's bring... Hi, Nicola.
Hello.
So good to see you. It's been a while. Nicola is here to me as well, so it's really special to have her here. And Nicola, I just wanted to say the reason why I was passionate about bringing you on was because last week the theme for Lengro magazine was the environment, and I said we must have Nicola, and we couldn't get hold of you. So this is why you're here now, to really talk to us about your latest projects, what we can do, all the Lengro readers, all the people that follow Claire, us, everyone. Hi, Nicola, Marmot, hi. To really inspire us to take action, because one of the things I'm finding amongst the younger people as well is they're feeling overwhelmed by the doom and gloom, and there is not that much talk about the positive actions that are succeeding, the ways that are moving forward. So I really wanted to hand over to you to just do your funky thing and share some of your news and work and what we could do.
Aha, well, hello, everybody. I've just got back from lockdown in the Amazon. So that's where I got stuck. I've been working in the Amazon for 20 years. And when I'm here, I'm asked to speak about environmental education. So I don't call myself an environmentalist. I'm a solutionist, because I don't want to talk about the problems. You know, there's too much of an apocalyptic worldview about what is going on right now. And we don't have where are the Hollywood movies that give us this positive worldview? You know, what does 2050 look like for you all? And so we have to start creating this, you know, here we talk about zero carbon Britain. What does that look like? I mean, it can look amazing, but we have to transition away from where we're at right now. So, you know, we are spiritual beings doing an earth walk. We've chosen to be here on this planet at this time. And, you know, my question is always, well, how can I be of service to life at this time? And it's not just the earth that we live on. We forget, and people are searching for spiritual meaning as well. And it's like, we don't need to search when we understand that spirit is found in the elements. But a lot of us, indigenous people, know that. Any indigenous people around the world will say, well, hey, you know, do you talk to the water? Do you go to the river? Do you, like, you know, we've got the earth, the water, the air, and the fire. That's where wisdom and spirit dwells. And for us to feel that we are connected and that we're of service to life and that we're doing something positive, and there's so much that we can do. It's, you know, it's like, where do you start? And so for me, over these 20 years of working in the Amazon, I went down there. I had no idea what I was going to find. And I started out lots of different projects as a solutionist, going, well, hey, that's the problem, but what can we do? What's the solution? So that's really always been my focus on what can we do for the environment. And whether it's just, you know, growing a few more flowers for the bees and the insects and the butterflies will thank you if you just don't mow your lawn all the time. You know, there's really little things we can do, as well as, you know, systemic change, which is also what is needed. And that's, as above politically and below individually and socially. So it's about understanding, well, who am I? What's my part in this tapestry? And, what can I actually do? So, and all of us have something different that we can bring at this time.
Thank you, darling. And I think you speak so beautifully and passionately. I love it. And I think the same thing from my point of view is that everybody can make that difference. And I think that for me, talking about singing, I do a lot of work with singing to the waters of the earth. So some of the other shamanic work that I do as well. And for the connection of how we are all connected to the earth, because so many of us in modern society are disconnected. We don't stand on the earth. We're not aware of the earth. We're on our screens like we are now. So my feeling is about building the bridges to the earth again, getting ourselves marinated in the grounding of our mother, if you like, and feeling the truth of everything that you've just said about showing the 4 elements and sharing that with us. So is there, darling, one thing that you would say to, say, families right now? We've had the lovely Gemma who shared brilliant ways for us to sort of make incredible things that will help with the environment. But what would you say as a family, what would be the most interactive and positive thing that they could do right now?
Yeah, like somebody's just come up. I thank the elements because without them we can't survive. Yeah. And I think basically that's exactly where it's at. We have got to, first of all, actually give thanks to that glass of water that we drink. And where does the food come from? Do we know where the food's coming that we're eating? And, so we can start again to reconnect ourselves to this amazing place that we live and all the creatures that we share with. I'm currently working on a case in Ecuador in the Amazon to do with the rights of nature. What do we think about that? We talk about human rights, and but what about nature? Should nature have rights? Because quite often we don't look at, the story of our stuff that we buy. This lamp on my desk, how did it get here?
Yeah, exactly.
Where was it mined and processed and manufactured, and the journey that the earth has given and given and given? And in many ways, how detrimental our stuff has been in the process. So it's really important when, do we really need to buy new clothes? Do we really need to buy a new lamp? Do we need to buy new stuff? Because if we start to think of the journey that everything has taken, there's not enough. I've just spent 9 months without a washing machine. Nobody I know has a washing machine. And that's the way we live. There's no washing machines. And so it's like hardly anybody in the whole country has a washing machine. But we take it for granted. And then when ours breaks, we just buy another one.
Yeah.
So, it's really important for us to really start questioning the consumerism, which is what is destroying the environment right now.
And COVID's given us that chance. And even though everybody's having to get creative with less finances, that too is ultimately going to impact on the earth. I'm hoping really positively, because we're going to have to recycle, remake, relearn, recharge, everything if we can. Nicola, I'm aware of time. What, darling?
And simplify.
And simplify, yes, exactly. Get back to nature. That's the word. Let's get back to the earth. I know there were fabulous comments that I'll go back over later on. And Nicola, I just want to say, how can people reach you, find out about your work, support your projects? What's the best way for them to do that?
So a lot of my work is nicolaappeal.com is my personal website. And then for kind of the huge environmental portal, which is my old site, is Eyes of Gaia, keeping an eye on the earth. So I don't know if I will put those links up, but nicolaappeal.com and Eyes of Gaia.
Wonderful. All right. So I'm going to say big heartfelt thanks, my darling. I know it was just going to be a quick catch up, but we will. And I'll see you again soon in ceremony somewhere for sure. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
So that was just the wonderful Nicola. And yes, hi, Claire. I told you she's just wonderful, isn't she? So
guys, I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely blown away. And I do hope, let me just put, that's it. There is Nicola's address there, nicolaappeal.com. We have to have this woman back. She is absolutely incredible. Now, I am going to be coming back to you, my darling. Actually, no, I'm going to do your bit first. Can I bring Gemma on, and then I'm going to let you have a little rest, and I will be back for you in just a moment. I know that there's lots that you want to talk about, and please, if you do have any questions for the lovely Amanda, then please do comment. And that's Nicola Peel's address right there. Oops, I took off a little bit as well. Hello.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Happy Lengro Wednesday.
Happy Lengro Wednesday.
Cheers. Got my Wednesday wine.
Cheers. I've got my Earl Grey. Wasn't Nicola so interesting, Jem?
Oh, she's amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Really, really interesting to listen to.
I know.
So passionate about what she's talking about, and yet just such ease at what she's saying as well. Incredible.
It really is. But we're talking about something different right now, something that people are probably more, because some families are more concerned with where they're going on a holiday or where they're not than they are about the environment. And some people visit the environment and leave litter everywhere, don't they? And I know that growing up in a home and family, we are taught to look after our land because our land will serve us well. But what's the story then? What are we supposed to do?
I'm going to say hello to people. Hi, Jan. Hi, Pat. Lovely Pat. Pat always says hello to me. She even said hello to me earlier when I commented on the live. I was like, oh, lovely Pat. Always says hi to me. Someone else said hi as well. Oh, Nicola, hi. Hope you're all having a good day. Yes. Right.
Sorry, I was saying, what are we supposed to do for a holiday, Jem? Tell me.
Well, it was really interesting, like I said, what Nicola was talking about, because that's kind of what we were doing, really getting back to nature. My article this week in Lengro magazine, which you can find at clairepetrolengro.tv/Lengro magazine. Talking about, we had a lovely little holiday in the Cotswolds on the lakes, and it's just surrounded by beautiful, beautiful nature. And the kids were frolicking in the stream and walking barefoot on the dewy grass first thing in the morning. And, it was just so enlightening. And the kids were just so happy, and everyone was calm and chilled. And it didn't matter that we hadn't been away in a hot, sunny country. We came back refreshed and rejuvenated, and it was just about embracing the nature, and it made us even more aware of everything that we need to do to help protect that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought your environment issue was amazing as well. And I can actually announce that your daughter's magazine page got a lot of hits last week, so you may have some competition, sis.
That doesn't surprise me. I can never do anything on my own, not even sit on the toilet. So there she is, right alongside me, as she always is. I wouldn't have it any other way, really, or would I?
Oh, thank you very much. So I wondered if I could bring somebody else on for the moment before I bring Amanda back on. And don't worry, because we won't go on time if we haven't done all of our guests.
Okay.
But I thought that I'd bring on our friend Jan Bray, because I've been promising to talk about elderberry syrup. Have you ever had it, Jem?
Oh my gosh, it's so nice in Prosecco.
I knew she would come back to alcohol. There you go.
I don't know what Jan has to say about that, but I do love a bit of elderflower in the bottom of my Prosecco.
Jan?
Hi, hello. I'm just getting up the recipe.
Jan, can I ask you a quick question?
You can. Hello.
Are we allowed to have the elderberry syrup in Gemma's way?
Be honest, I've never heard of it being drunk that way, so I'd have to say probably no.
You know me. I'll whack a Prosecco and anything.
Oh, are you talking about elderflower or elderberry?
Elderflower.
Okay, different. Yeah, elderflower. Yeah, elderflower you can make champagne from, and that is like an alcoholic drink. Elderberries, they're for healing. You put spices, because Ayurvedically spices are used to heal. We in the West use them for flavor, but they're really for healing. So yeah, no, totally different thing.
See? I need the education.
Can I just say, and I'm not blowing my own trumpet, I'm not blowing Laura's trumpet or Richard's trumpet or anything like this, but interestingly enough, I'm so in love with my cards, guys. I just want to show you a little something. So this is the strength card, and this is, oh, can you see that or not? This is Honey, my daughter, as you all know, Honey. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Can you see that Honey is putting something on the lion's paw?
Yes.
That is cayenne pepper. And cayenne pepper is also used in the healing process.
Healing.
I'm
Yes.
just showing you that I know a few facts as well. Things. But, Jan, I must say my inbox has been flooded. Or people saying hello. Look, Jan, you've got
Hi.
Karen,
Hello, Karen. Hi, Karen.
There's some team there as well. Mitch is here and Jackie's here. Hi, gang.
There is my
Hi.
Mitch. There he is. Did such a good job. My team captain today, he really did cover it well. Yeah, Jan, I just wanted to ask you, to say to you, so many people have inboxed me to say how invaluable they find your advice. And Mitch actually even made your sauerkraut.
He did. He did. I saw that. He messaged me. Yeah.
You made it, Jem?
Saw that Mitch made the sauerkraut. I haven't made it yet, no.
I'm supposed to be making, but I'm also going to be making this elderberry, and you can bet.
Elderberry, yeah.
Elderberry. It's so confusing.
It is.
So elderflowers are out in the springtime, and that's what you make your alcoholic. That's what you can put with it. But elderberries are late August into September, and
So
they hang like this on the trees,
Yeah.
and on the end of each one. The little tiny, they are so tiny, not even as big as the half of your little fingernail, and they're elderberries, which are.
So they're out now. They're out and about now.
Yeah,
Would we be seeing them lots around in England?
By the end of September, they'll be gone. You need. It's only a very small window from the end of August to kind of middle to the end of September, and you'll find them out. Be careful. I mean, if you don't know what you're looking for, you're going to need to have to take maybe take a screenshot on your phone so you know exactly what you're looking for. And I've just got the recipe up now because obviously I make it, but I don't know the exact. So you'll need cinnamon sticks, ginger, and cloves to go, to put with it. I can put the whole recipe up on the page if you like.
Please do. Jan, I'm just sitting like this because I'm just imagining I may be a gypsy girl whose family lived off the land, but I just had this flash, this psychic flash in my head. And it was Gemma and I with a bottle of Prosecco in the woods looking for the berries. And it wasn't very it's my visions. It really wasn't.
Sounds like a good vision to me. That sounds good.
I just want to say very, very much, guys, please do not be afraid to message Jan for advice. So she can research, she can look things up.
I do.
She wants your questions, and we want her every single week. And there has been talk in the Lengro family today about doing some odd Saturday morning lives, whether that's part Saturday morning sort of kitchen where we can sort of make some things and all talk. There's going to be there might be a little Saturday morning live as well. And I do think that Mitch and Jem, I heard they were chatting. I think they want to do a bit of I think Jack was involved in it as well, a bit of a raunchy Saturday night one occasion.
Raunchy?
I'm too old for raunchy.
Jackie has just listen. Jackie's just said, I can just see you two in the woods with Prosecco, but I don't think you'd come out.
I can't. I need to bring the rest of the team on because I can't stop this conversation. So if you don't all mind, I think I'm going to bring back Nicola.
Hello.
That's what I'm going to do.
Friends all here. Hi everyone.
This is what
In Europe, everybody drinks Prosecco and elderflower cordial, and it's called Hugo's.
Like
See?
that.
Yeah, I was right. Nicola, you're my new favourite.
Okay, now I do know, and we are going to get to Amanda, okay? Just give us 5 minutes. I don't care if I don't go off on time. I know that Laura sitting underneath me, I feel like this is like Opportunity Knocks. Or no, don't talk about quizzes, okay? But I do have...
Don't talk about that. Wasn't so good this afternoon, Claire, was it?
I just wanted to say, I'm going to give the opportunity to Laura because I know that I could see her backstage. When Nicola was talking, I had to text Laura because she was like, and I was like, she went, I can't stop smiling when Nicola's talking. So I thought I would ask you if you would like to ask Nicola a question, Laura.
To be honest, I don't have a question. I just want to just say, wow. I was so in awe. Yeah, I was absolutely in awe when you were talking. I could just take in every word that you said. And I'm just so in awe and loving how passionate you are about what you do and about the world. And thank you is what I want to say. Thank you so much.
Oh, well,
Thank you.
Then, and what we'll do is we'll whiz round everybody and ask Nicola a question. But listen, if anybody out there has a comment for Nicola, this is what we're here for. Put the comment below and we will bring it up for Nicola. And then we're going to go on to Amanda, even if we run late. And we'll have to get back to Jem as well. But what I want to...
I'm always just sitting here waiting, Claire's fine, you know me.
Actually, Jem, would you like to ask Nicola a question?
I would like to. Like I said, Nicola, lovely to meet you. Down here. Hi. I just want to know, like I said, you're so passionate about what you talk about. When did it start for you? What made you get to this point?
In my early teens and my 20s, I was very much on, a spiritual path, working in a healing area, doing, healing. And then I kind of moved on from people to the environment. And as I, got more and more opportunities to be in the most amazing places on the planet, to offer whatever I could, to find solutions where there was problems, I just have been so blessed in this life to have been shown the beauty. And so really, the more I've seen of it, then the more that I've wanted to do it and to encourage other people to do something too.
Yeah, that definitely is. Like I said, for us, when we sort of went away, and even just during lockdown, being able to spend so much time outside, and going for walks in the woods and, lots of time on the beach and things like that, it definitely has opened our eyes and made us a little bit more protective of the environment, and we want to look after it. So there's definitely something in that, isn't there, of experiencing it?
Definitely. Jan, you must have a question for this lady because I can see your brain was like, I have a cup of tea with this lady and talk to her.
To be honest with you, I'm really sorry to say I did miss the interview. I went to Goalie Club with my grandson. He's just been asked to join Goalie Club, so I didn't catch it. Yeah, I know, lovely. I didn't catch it, but I'm kind of picking up on bits and pieces about the environment, and yeah, that's me. That is me. I mean,
I have just made and I make elderberries in brandy, so I kind of like
right, okay.
So I put and cinnamon and cloves and cardamom.
Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah, and I've always done that every year for a long time. Make flour when I'm here in the spring. It's as cordial.
Right.
And at this time, I make the elderberry, which I give to all my friends, so that if they ever are starting to get colds, then you just pick it, and I just call it Elder Magic.
Okay.
Wow.
Nicola, could I ask you a very cheeky, huge favour? Would you possibly provide a recipe for Lengro Kitchen for next Wednesday of exactly what you just talked about?
Well, it's very easy. It's the highest proof that you can find. Brandy tastes better. Vodka, and then you just jam it all in. Elderberry. They're finishing now. There's hardly any left. So if you want to do it, you got to do it now.
You've got to get in there quick. I know what we're doing tomorrow.
And you make sure you jam it in a jar so there's no air, and cover it with alcohol. Leave it for one moon cycle, and then sieve it off and put it into bottles.
Okay, I don't know that. That sounds good.
Beautiful.
Jem wasn't looking then. She was texting me saying, Claire, can you pretend I have to leave early so I can get my torch and go looking for them? No.
Claire and I will be on the hunt for some berries tomorrow, Claire.
Yeah.
We will. Now, I must get to it. It is 8 o'clock, but we're not going to go without talking to the amazing Amanda. Amanda, what have you been up to? How are you, my darling? And, share a bit of your love with the followers before we go. As long as you want.
Well, it's so lovely. You know what? Because we weren't allowed music, I think I'm allowed to do this. Shall I sing? Because what was I was singing to the waters when this amazing experience happened, which is talking about reflection and healing of the ancestors and something that happened to me personally. So it kind of ties in with what was happening. So, and we're just talking about, so we've got, Mother, I feel you under my feet, talking about Mother Earth. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey yo. Oh, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, oh. And singing to the earth and feeling your feet, bare feet on the earth is such a joy. And I was singing to the waters of the earth. I was singing at Burton Mill Pond, which probably Nicola knows quite well, meeting an environmentalist who literally came out of the shallows, practically said, I was hearing you sing, and I was singing, this love will carry me. This love will carry me, oh, this love will carry me home. And again, this love for nature and our connection to nature and giving thanks to the waters. And this man came up and he said, oh, what are you doing? How are you singing? What's this all about? So I explained a little bit. And then he said, oh, I'm like Gollum. And I thought, oh, that's a bit of an odd thing to say, but be wary what's happening. Anyway, and he said, I live just over there. And he's one of the world's most brilliant botanists, environmentalists, who's reclaiming parts of Burton Mill Pond. But listen to this, in the ancestral aspect of all of this on this magical day, I started talking about my elder care work, the death doula work, my filmmaking, etc., and explained about who my mum was. So my mum, for some of you that didn't know, was an actress called Dorothy Chewton, and of her time she was very well known. And she was having an affair with Laurence Olivier, who was also a very famous actor at the time. And it was always not known whether I was his daughter or someone else. Anyway, and out of the no, sorry, just spill those beans, but it's out there in the public domain, so it's fine. But in the interesting thing was that this man suddenly said, oh my goodness me, my grandmother was Vivian Lee. Now, Vivian Lee was married to Laurence Olivier at the time my mum was having the affair.
Oh my God.
They were in hospital at the same time, and Vivian Lee had come down trying to kill my mother in that hospital. So talking about a moment of complete something was going. I think we've met each other for 5 minutes. We're talking about this and what are the chances of this on a little platform overlooking the water. And actually on reflection and looking at the reflection in the water, reflection back, something profoundly healing had gone on because we'd spoken something that we hadn't met or said anything before, and we just asked for that healing of that time, of whatever dynamic was at play there. And I felt that for me something profound had shifted and that was really special. So yes, that was my story.
Oh my God. Amanda.
Who can top that?
That's it. We're done. That's it. It goes over now.
I have a link, right? Amanda and I have always been linked in some way.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is with this story, when my grandmother first moved to Brighton, when my mother was 21, they put all of their money into getting a flat. The flat was in what's a crescent called, babe? That as we go along, where Laurence Olivier. What? But there's a crescent in Brighton where my grandmother, with my mother and her children and husband, managed to get a flat. The first time they'd lived in a Roman caravan until my mother was 21, and what's it called? Anyway, no, stop. Anyway. So my grandmother couldn't believe it, but when they came out of their flat door, Lawrence Olivier lived next door. And she moved to Brighton from Lincolnshire, and all the stars live here. And it was Lawrence Olivier. They didn't stay there long because the rent was too expensive. But then, years later, my mother used to buy our clothes from a second-hand shop that was a private second-hand shop where the rich women in London would sell the clothes to the woman from Brighton, and my mother would kit me out. And when I was about 13 years of age, I owned a Vivian Lee coat that had belonged to her.
Wow.
Wow.
Tiny. I mean,
Tiny. Yeah. And it's funny, now we don't have the same understanding of those stars.
No.
You know, at that time, it was kind of extraordinary. We didn't know that much about them. So there was a mystique and there was a extraordinary, you know, it wasn't just sort of a throwaway culture. The stars stayed there for longevity.
But you talk about various stars. I mean, my brother was called Greg. He was named after Gregory Peck. And I think that we have the same sort of stars that we had back then. My uncle we obviously being a clairvoyant, we got invited to all sorts of parties. And one party that my uncle went to with my mother, he sat down in a chair, and it was a Fabergé egg party where they were there to read hands. And somebody touched my uncle's shoulder, and this voice said, "You're in my seat." I can't do the accent. And my uncle looked round, and it was Cary Grant.
Oh,
All my uncle could say was, "You touched me." Absolutely love it. Well, I would like you each to sign off this evening, if that's okay, and I'll take you off one by one. Our subject this evening was reflection. We've clearly got a lot more to talk about, including the environment, which will probably run for weeks and weeks. So I will start with you, Dan. What message do you have for the world this evening before you sign off?
Oh, just take care of our planet. It's where we live, and without it, we have nothing. You have to pick up your litter, and yes, just take care.
Claire's vanished.
Claire's taking herself off.
Disappeared in the way she does. Thanks, Jan. What about you, Amanda? What are your final thoughts, Amanda?
So my wishes for everyone is that you dream your dreams and don't stop dreaming and don't stop imagining and creating a better world. It's possible.
Absolutely. Sorry, I got kicked out of Facebook for a second, out of the stream for a moment.
Look at that. And funny enough, mine's here too.
Oh.
Where have you gone?
If you don't know who these little people are, has Imi gone to bed?
She's gone to bed. Whether she's asleep is another question in itself.
Ah.
Levi, but Imi might be sound asleep.
So what are you two doing on here anyway? Casey,
Not ready for school tomorrow.
No, you got me wrong. I mean, why are you on why are you on your live show? Do you happen to have a job at Casey?
My baby's here too. My baby's here.
Oh, so you haven't read Lengro Kids, that's once a month, then Laura's daughter, Gemma's daughter Casey, and obviously Honeybee Mine are the new editors of Lengro Kids. And what they don't quite know is that they got more hits than many of the adult articles. Kids, indeed. So, who hasn't given any advice to the world tonight before we go?
Well, Nicola.
I've got one for the kids as well.
Yes, please.
What we really need is to create some amazing visions of the future. How cool could the future look like? Because we got to make some films about it. We got to sing about it. We got to write poetry about it. We got to paint it, and we got to be able to see it. And so, we've really got to start bringing this through of what does the future that we want, what does it look like? So the more that we can get kids to big it up, dream it up, and give us the vision of the future, that's what we'll get. So that's my task for you.
Love that.
Absolutely love that. And with the new moon in Virgo tomorrow night, the harvesting, the practicality, we can all do this. And if you can't do it alone, you have people just like us. We're always going to be here to see you through it. Don't you think? Do you have a message?
Stay in school.
Stay in school, kids. Okay.
Stay in school.
Yep. Good message. Good message.
What about you, Case?
What?
Anything about the environment? What's your big final thought?
Don't use so much plastic.
Exactly. And Honey just had another thing as well, which I'm really shocked at. I don't know if you guys are as well, but the amount of masks being left in the street.
God. In my school, there's like a massive masks all over the floor and all trash. It's horrible.
No. So maybe we can, in the next edition of Lengro Kids, or even before then, maybe we can print out a page in our magazine for all your kids to print out, and for you to leave with, and for you to leave with others, saying don't litter. You think maybe that could be your and Casey's next job with Emmy? Don't put a message on, so I just lost the screen, and we're going to go off now anyway. But we have loved tonight, guys, haven't we?
Yes.
Absolutely loved it. So I'm going to tonight, for a change, end the broadcast with all of us still on screen. You can follow all of our pages. Send lots of love, guys, and we will see you.
Good night, everyone. Bye.